Imagine being under constant surveillance, every move monitored from the moment you wake up to when you go to bed. Sounds surreal, doesn't it? Yet this is normal in China, where the government employs a sophisticated system to track its citizens, resembling something out of a gripping spy thriller. Only this time, it's happening in reality. But how can they possibly monitor everyone in a population of 1.4 billion? Well, they've achieved this feat through the utilization of advanced AI software. Cameras, databases, webs, and algorithms work in unison to keep a watchful eye on individuals. It's quite the spectacle, transitioning from one tracking system to another. Let's break it down in simpler terms. Social credit system. In our everyday lives, we often engage in acts of kindness like assisting neighbors, returning library books promptly, and contributing to community service. These actions are simply part of living, aren't they? However, in China, there's a system known as the social credit system. This mechanism allows the Chinese government to monitor citizens' conduct and assign them a rating based on their behavior. It's akin to receiving a report card for your actions. Positive deeds earn you points, while negative behavior can lower your score. Consequently, the more virtuously you behave, the higher your rating climbs. Doesn't it seem somewhat reminiscent of a game? But let me tell you, it doesn't end here. This score can affect your life in significant ways. It's reminiscent of a real-life game where your actions have consequences. And here's where it gets really interesting. Achieving higher scores unlocks benefits such as faster internet, complimentary gym access, streamlined loan approvals, admission to prestigious universities, and enhanced travel options. Conversely, lower scores could lead to slower internet speeds, trouble getting a job, getting banned from buying plane tickets, or even public shaming. Now, you might be wondering, what's the threshold for being considered a model citizen in China? Well, the minimum score required is 1,000. Every citizen must strive to maintain or exceed this benchmark. Achieving a score of 1,000 or above earns you rewards, while falling short of this mark carries its own set of repercussions. And here's the interesting part. In your society, everyone's scores are publicly displayed on scoreboards. So imagine the embarrassment and reputational impact if someone has a low score. Your friends, relatives, colleagues, and even children would all have access to view these scores. Just think about it. Furthermore, individuals with lower scores will have their faces displayed on public screens, indicating their perceived dishonesty or disrespect. Can you imagine receiving a call from a friend or relative and hearing a caller tune that says, "The person you're calling is dishonest"? It's undoubtedly embarrassing, isn't it? But don't worry, anyone can easily increase their score by performing good deeds for society. In essence, every action you take impacts your score. Your behavior is constantly monitored and evaluated, and you can even access your data on your phone to track your performance. It's kind of like having a digital reputation that accompanies you everywhere. While some citizens view it as a positive incentive for promoting good behavior in society, others perceive it as overly intrusive, with the government monitoring their every move. In my opinion, it resembles a modern-day golden rule: treat others well and reap the rewards. Facial recognition. You're likely familiar with video surveillance in public spaces, but China has elevated surveillance to a whole new level. Imagine strolling down the streets of China, casually grabbing a cup of coffee, when suddenly, a camera mounted on the street begins scanning your face and tracking your every move. That's because China boasts a massive network of cameras scattered everywhere. Yes, millions of them. Believe it or not, you can't walk a block in China without getting captured on camera. And these aren't your ordinary cameras. They're cutting-edge devices equipped with facial recognition technology. They can track your movements seamlessly, whether you're on the street or riding the subway. You're not in a good mood? Don't worry. These advanced cameras equipped with facial recognition technology have got you covered. Not only can they recognize your face, but they can also assess your mood. So, let's suppose you're strolling down the street, having a rough day, and suddenly your favorite coffee shop offers you a discount. Instant mood boost. On the flip side, if the system perceives you as a threat, it could notify the authorities. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, right? Well, in China, it's a reality. It's as if there's a digital eye watching your every move from all angles. These cameras are scattered everywhere. In shops, schools, buildings, public transport, parks, you name it, and there's probably a camera there. And guess what? China has dubbed this surveillance system the Zero Trust Program. Let me share some fascinating ways China is leveraging this technology. For instance, if the police are on the hunt for a suspect, instead of combing through hours of CCTV footage, these facial recognition cameras can identify the person in a flash. It's like finding a needle in a haystack, but quicker and easier. Accidentally leave your bag at the train station? No worries. These cameras can alert security and you'll have your bag back in no time. Are you familiar with WeChat or Alipay? These are widely used payment and shopping apps in China. You can make purchases with just a smile, simply look at the camera, and your payment is completed hassle-free. Pretty interesting, isn't it? Now imagine you're a driver and feel the need to rest between rides. It's quite common, isn't it? In such situations, these advanced cameras have your back. How? The facial recognition camera can notify your company by scanning your face, allowing you to take a break with permission. Pretty cool, right? And what if attendance could be marked simply by the camera identifying your face? No need for a roll call. These high-tech cameras can scan students' faces as they enter the school premises. Moreover, in crowded places or large events, authorities can swiftly track individuals exhibiting unusual behavior, causing trouble, or appearing on a watch list. It's like having an indefatigable virtual security guard. Remarkably, nearly 3,000 criminal cases have been solved in real time using this technology. However, it's important to note that this system isn't exclusive to the general public in China. Even politicians and government officials are subject to its monitoring. Interestingly, the Chinese government discontinued the Zero Trust program due to its excessive accuracy. Many government officials protested against the program, which often labeled individuals as corrupt. In December 2017, the program identified 1,100 government officials as untrustworthy. These highly sophisticated cameras, equipped with advanced facial recognition technology, continuously scan the faces of individuals in real time. Whether you're shopping, strolling, or commuting, there's always surveillance watching over you. However, China doesn't stop at mere observation. It employs predictive policing algorithms that analyze historical crime data, social media activity, and other information to anticipate potential criminal behavior. This proactive approach aids law enforcement in effectively allocating resources. Consequently, police departments across China are investing in technology that utilizes extensive surveillance data to forecast crimes and protests before they occur. The systems target individuals whose behavior or characteristics raise suspicion, according to algorithms and Chinese authorities, even if they haven't committed any wrongdoing. Headbands to track students' progress. It's alarming, no doubt, but China has found some intriguing applications for these technologies. For instance, during the pandemic, China utilized software that analyzes personal data to categorize individuals into color-coded groups, red, yellow, or green, based on their health status and COVID-19 risk level. This system enabled authorities to monitor people's movements and health conditions. But here's where it gets interesting. China employs similar technology to track students' focus using headbands. Yes, you read that right. Students wear these advanced bands during class sessions, essentially creating a sort of mini fitness tracker for learning. Now you might be thinking, how do these headbands help? Well equipped with special sensors that detect brain electrical activities via electroencephalography, EEG, these headbands silently gather data on students' focus and attention levels while they work on assignments or listen to their teachers. Moreover, these headbands illuminate red when students are deeply focused and blue when they're distracted, providing real-time feedback to teachers and parents about each student's level of engagement. It's quite fascinating and ingenious, don't you think? By monitoring students' emotions and engagement levels, teachers can adapt their lessons in real time to ensure optimal learning for everyone. If students are feeling stressed or distracted, it might be time for a break or a different teaching approach. So, what do you think? Would you be willing to wear this high-tech headband in your classroom? However, while tracking can have its benefits, it can also become problematic if used for one-sided purposes. Just consider the case of Kaylin Keegan, a college student whose Twitter account was suddenly inundated with Chinese propaganda, despite previously being filled with personal posts. Sadly, Kaylin's experience is not unique. Thousands of Twitter accounts worldwide have been hijacked in a coordinated influence campaign linked to the Chinese government, leaving users feeling vulnerable and powerless. In conclusion, China's extensive deployment of surveillance technology, from the social credit system to facial recognition and student-centric headbands, elicits both insight and concern. While some view it as a tool for societal advancement, others raise valid questions regarding privacy and control. As technology continues to advance, striking a delicate balance between surveillance and individuals' rights becomes increasingly crucial. What technologies are utilized in your country for tracking individuals? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you're not yet acquainted with the dynamic relationship between tech titans Apple and Google, you might be living under a rock. Check out this video and be sure to voice your thoughts on the future of this partnership. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insightful updates.